Hey there, it's Alexandra again. Appreciate your listening our podcast. How are you guys? Great? Perfect. Me too. Thank you. Today's episode topic is some mind-blowing Russian traditions that leave foreigners speechless. Surely each nation is unique and has a set of its own unique habits and things that can surprise people from other cultures. In this regard, Russia is no exception. So let's see what may surprise you as a foreigner in my country. The first one is home sleepers or tapochki, as we call it in Russia. Yeah, guys, I had some words in my previous episode devoted to the topic hospitality, but nevertheless, it always breaks mind. So, this piece of home attire has puzzled almost all foreigners who have visited Russian houses. It's not clear for everyone why the Russians change their street shoes to home sleepers when you can keep your shoes, like in some cultures, or simply walk barefoot at home, like in others. Even more surprising is when a foreign guest is offered a special guest pair of slippers. The answer here is very simple. Russians remove their street shoes to avoid dirt and germs from outside. Plus, the shoes can be too warm to be worn inside, but walking barefoot in the apartment is often too cold, so they put on the slippers. The second, the teapot or заварочный чайник. If you have ever been a guest in a Russian house, then you might have noticed the unusual way for many people, especially for you guys, foreigners. The Russians make tea, and maybe a strange object resembling a doll in the kitchen. To make the tea, they have a special ceramic or glass teapot. The tea in such a teapot is usually made very, very strong and must be diluted in a cup with hot water from the tea kettle. Such arrangement solves various problems. First of all, it's enough to make one teapot to drink the tea all day long by just adding hot water. Secondly, everybody can adjust the drink to their own liking by adding more or less water and making the tea more or less stronger. To help the tea reveal its full aroma, Russian put a baba na чайник, in English means woman on teapot. It's a kind of a tea cozy doll on top of the teapot, a special cover made of warm fabric or wool in the form of a female silhouette to keep the temperature in the teapot high as long as possible. Next is apartment and building doors. The facades of residential buildings in Russia often surprise foreigners with their non-aesthetic and depressive look. It must be said that 80% of residential buildings in Russia were built in Soviet times during the period of large-scale and mass construction. Simplicity and speed were valued more than the beauty, unfortunately. Inside the building, another surprise can also await you. For example, a friend of mine who lived in Russia was very surprised when he saw the front door of an apartment looking like a door of a bank safe. This tradition started in troubled 90s, when the crime was flourishing and people became scared for their belongings. Today, the crime is much lower, thanks God, but some people keep installing massive doors by habit. The fourth one, Russians love the old Soviet movies. Love for Soviet movies means step into a Russian household and you will encounter shared love for classic Soviet films. These cinematic treasures hold a special place in Russian culture, evoking nostalgia and fond memories for viewers of all ages. From heartwarming comedies to epic historical dramas, Soviet movies offer a glimpse into Russia's cinematic heritage and continue to be cherished by audiences across the country. The fifth one. Pouring yourself with cold water and swimming in ice holes. Voluntary pouring cold water on yourself while standing on the snow and swimming in icy water terrifies many foreigners. Well, I should say not only foreigners, yes, so not every Russian likes to do it, believe me. Yeah, so I dislike it at all and never experienced such a case. Although it is proved that such procedures strengthen the immune system, the body, and even the soul. In USSR, there was even a poem about it. Pour cold water on yourself if you want to be healthy. Do your best to forget about the doctors. Pour cold water on yourself if you want to be healthy. My friends who once watched people swimming in the lake at a temperature of -5 said only one phrase. Wow, we're cold just to look at them. Yep, guys, if you are very brave and risky, you should experience it. Next one, toasts. An integral part of each Russian feast are the toasts. Russian toast is much more than English cheers or, for example, German Prost, both in duration and in content. A person saying a toast must mention all the most important things and make his or her toast as logical, complete, and beautiful as possible. Sometimes toast can last for more than 5 minutes, which confuses some foreigners. Also, some people think that the Russians use the phrases "за здоровье" to your health means in English, or "вздрогнем" shudder as a toast. But it actually comes from foreign movies about Russia. In fact, no one says that. Well, guys, what interesting Russian habits did you notice? Let us know in the comments in our Telegram channel, Expert Adventure in Russia. Follow us in Instagram and Facebook pages, Expert Adventure in Russia. I hope you enjoyed exploring some mind-blowing Russian traditions that leave foreigners speechless. But wait, the adventure isn't over yet. Stay tuned for the second part coming your way soon. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Till the next time, please take care and have a good day. Bye-bye, guys.